Hello, David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Where are we? We are in New York City at the McIntosh House. The House McIntosh, something like that. It's a secret area. We've been invited, you've been invited, for the revealing of the Orlebar Brown Phase 2. This is a big day. You're going to come with us because we're actually going to show you for the first time in detail everything that you've wanted to see in this line. We're going to take a look. We're going to explore each thing. I'm going to grab excuse me, sir. Can I have a bottle of, sorry. What's that? I don't want to get filmed. No, you're not going to film. Can I just? Yeah, perfect. I've made a friend, and that's important in events like this. So let's go this way. So one of the things you have to understand is they really did up this room in a very big way. We're going to show you. Now, you're already familiar with the James Bond bathing suit line. You've seen them before. You have the Dr. No. You've got the 007 right here. This is the Thunderball one, my personal favorite. You've got the Roger Moore one. Everybody's got a soft heart for Roger Moore. Why not have a soft bathing suit? I kept away from the bad jokes. I did. You saw me. And of course, everybody's favorite because of the gunfire position is the You Only Live Twice. But a lot of people thought that this was going to be just a system of releasing more of these. It's so much more. Imagine a James Bond line that's inspired by the James Bond fans of Orlebar Brown and you for each piece. Let's take a look.
I hope we didn't frighten the fish.
So first up, we have from Thunderball. These are the pink shorts from Thunderball. You actually see these very well. This is really done in a beautiful, beautiful fabric, but look at these tabs. There's a lot of very specific details with these tabs that you can see extremely well. But let's move on because there's something for every Bond lover.
My name's Bond, James Bond.
Look at this. For all of you Lazenby folks out there, you've got a linen Lazenby beach shirt. So you can imagine this getting wet and getting a little bit sheer, but this is one of these things that it replicates it incredibly well. You could definitely have a situation where you're replicating Lazenby on the beach. I said Lazenby, but you know what I meant. Okay, everybody's going to get incredibly excited here because they are bringing back the Skyfall shorts. This is a big deal. This is the Setter swim shorts in the color sky. They ran out of these. You guys bought them all, but now they are back, and that's a big deal. There's a lot more to see. We've got to maneuver through the crowd.
Quite a letdown.
All right, so imagine, if you will, that you're Roger Moore, and you're breaking into Zoran's lab. What do you need? Well, you need, obviously, his tracksuit top. This is exactly in that same terry polo. It's got all the details and the lines. If we come down here kind of gently, you can see Roger Moore sporting that particular top in all its glory. But this one really does pay homage to it in a significant way.
So, what sharp little eyes you've got.
Wait till you get to my teeth.
Okay, I've been waiting for this one. This one right here is the Thunderball pink shirt. It's in the capri collar. And what's amazing about this, you all saw this in the film. Everybody's tried to replicate this or buy a similar one. But here we've got one in linen. But wait till you see this.
The doctor left strict orders you're not to be disturbed until this evening. He'll be delighted if you'll join him for dinner. Shall I say you'll be there?
Tell him I also will be delighted.
Splendid. I know he'll be pleased.
So imagine, if you will, that you're in Crab Key and you're visiting Dr. No. Here is James Bond's Sean Connery robe. Now on the inside, you can't see this. It's a terry robe, correct length, but inside it says Crab Key, property of Dr. Julius No. Come on. I mean, the label alone is just incredibly cool.
What's happening? ringing. What's going on?
I don't know. Could it be the front doorbell?
No, it most certainly could not.
Oh,
Haven't you had enough exercise for one evening?
it's funny you should say that.
What I love about this particular one is, yes, it does replicate that scene from Thunderball, but it's simple. It's a banded bottom, a simple polo. The simplicity is the thing that you remember Sean Connery for when he rolls up his sleeves and he breaks in here. If you're looking to get to Shrublands to do some relaxation, this is probably the best polo for you. And I think one of the highlights of the pieces.
Taxi! Stay in there, good night. We've got you spotted.
We're back to Roger Moore. We had to go back to Roger Moore. Everybody loves him. So the safari jacket that you see in The Man with the Golden Gun, right here, it was that wonderful green color, but it had all those interesting things, the epaulets, it had the multiple pockets. But here's a little something. Orlebar Brown had the actual screen-used one to replicate. So it's not perfect. It's almost like a modernization of it, but it really, really starts to fit the bill.
Who are you?
My name is Bond. James Bond.
Now, everybody can call Diamonds Are Forever a little cheesy. I'm not. I think it's got some of the coolest fashions. Check this one out. This is his kind of off-white ivory toweling, but look at the banded, look at the arms on here. I can't wait to try this one on. So this has got those really cool pockets. It's got these shell kind of buttons. It looks really comfortable. But if you remember, Sean Connery wore something almost exactly like this. So again, it brings back that whole feeling and charge to it. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but right up above there's a live orchestra. Not too shabby.
I thought I'd find you in good hands.
Felix! Felix, how are you? Dink, meet Felix Leiter.
Hello.
Felix, say hello to Dink.
Hi, Dink.
Dink, say goodbye to Felix. Man talk.
So these shorts, I don't know if you're going to recognize these right away. You might have to get a side shot and I'll turn this. So Goldfinger Miami scene. You remember that? Say hello, Dink. Goodbye, Dink. It's the same shorts. It's got the side tabs. It's got the zipper in the back. It's got a really, really nice details of the lines and the snaps. Really super, super cool. And obviously more people are coming in here, so it's going to get a little bit more crowded. A lot of people like Bond.
He just drew the king of clubs. That makes his count 50. He's holding on to the six of spades. He needs kings and queens.
Who are you?
Bond. James Bond.
All right, stay right there. You've asked for it. You wanted it. You guessed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Goldfinger onesie. We've got it right here in all its glory. So not only have they really started to take a look at the clasp here and obviously the toweling polo look, but it's got the right aspect to it, and even the shorts are the correct length. Now, you don't need to be Sean Connery. You can actually wear practically anything. I'm balancing champagne, a camera, and a microphone. This is going to be fun.
From Earth to the most spectacular adventure in space, Moonraker. It's out of this world.
What exactly are you up to here, Drax?
We've got the Moonraker. Check this out, folks. How cool is that? So we've got, obviously, Moonraker really lends itself to a lot of whimsy. These things have a lot of whimsy to them. You've got to accept it.
What are you doing here? Looking for shells?
No, I'm just looking.
So we've got Sean Connery's Dr. No. Now, a lot of you are going to look at this and say to yourselves, well, isn't that the toweling polo? It's different. You can tell by the band over here. You can tell by the band around the collar itself, it really has a big difference to it.
Tell London I've made contact with the girl.
Well, it's not what I'd call contact.
And finally over here, you've got Thunderball. The Setter swim shorts, it's got that really cool imprinted band on the top, so it captures that with all of the tabs. Now, I've got, by the way, if you wanted a martini, there's just a couple martinis down here below. So one of the things we want to do is we want to talk to some of the people around here about what they think of this. So we're going to take a moment to stop and get some opinions from some total strangers. All right, so as promised, what we're going to do is we're going to actually speak to some total strangers. I'm going to look around the room. We'll take a look. We'll see if we can find any. You gentlemen. Hey, Matt Spazer and Rembert Bram. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Enjoying the crazy collection that we
It is a crazy collection, isn't it?
I am just blown away. I was not expecting all of this. I thought they would do a few of these pieces.
Right.
Not all of them. I mean, they have nothing left. I don't know what else where they could go from here.
What's been your favorite piece so far?
You know, it's
hard to say, right?
It's really hard to
say.
The
most daring is maybe even the onesie, the all in one
yes.
playsuit. Yeah, I'm actually really loving this, the Diamonds Are Forever piece, because
it's so simple.
Well, you know, but it's very accurate, but
right.
it's also just the kind of thing that Orlebar Brown loves to do. They love toweling.
Yes.
And this is just because when I first saw Orlebar Brown making clothes out of toweling, I immediately thought, like, why don't they do this one from
right.
Diamonds Are Forever? Because it's exactly the right piece for them. And
I agree.
It just fits with them so well. But everything here does.
Did you have any idea that the line was going to be this extensive?
No. I thought it was going to be like a smaller line, just like they did with the last run of those
right.
poster pants. And
so
now,
much bigger.
It's huge. They've done everything, and I just can't stop looking at every single piece. I want to go back and look at every other piece.
You're going to have to do it many times. What did you think, Rembert?
Yeah, it's great. It's like very diverse. I like it. It's very. They took from every actor almost. They took a lot of different styles, reimagined in a modern way, so that's great. Some details are maybe not the same, of course, as the movie, but I think it's probably more practical and probably will, be more popular if it's,
absolutely
more up to date in a way. So
I agree.
Yeah, and there was one exciting new poster print for Moonraker as well.
The Moonraker one, I like that actually quite a bit. I agree.
Yeah, they look great. I mean, they're so different than the other line. The other line was just so blue.
Yeah.
Finally, there's something. If you didn't like blue, you're in luck.
Yeah. Well, you can finally get something pink. Hasn't your fiance been asking you to get something pink?
Yeah. Well, I just got a shirt from Frank Foster, a new shirt from them that's pink.
Oh, so you're fine then.
It's not like that shirt, but that's more of like a salmon color.
Yeah, exactly.
The Thunderball shirt over there.
Oh my gosh.
And that one is. Yeah. Although maybe next time, because the next time the other shirts from Thunderball, because there are so many great, the gingham shirts, the striped shirt, people love those too. So I'm hoping we'll get those too. But
sorry if I'm ignoring you guys on here. I apologize.
What I think is also really cool is you can really combine these pieces. Like a lot of pieces, you can like a lot of shorts and the shirts go well together, no matter which one.
Oh yeah, any of the shorts. Oh, you know what? I also am really loving that Thunderball polo.
Oh, I said the same thing. That's like one of my favorite pieces. It's so simple with the banded bottom.
Yeah, because I have some polos similar to that one.
Right.
They're not as nice as that one.
Yeah.
That one is beautiful. It's perfect, and it's just so wearable. Casually around in the winter. You can.
And we're getting dry, so that means we're going to have to get some more champagne. So we're going to head to another part of the party. We'll be right back to you. All right, so I had to make a semi-formal introduction to Edward Lloyd Davis. Edward, tell everybody what you do.
I'm the marketing director at Orlebar Brown.
Remember that, because a lot of the things you see, those indelible images, the movies, all the connection, the experiences you see online, this is the hub of everything that happens.
There's a lot of people responsible for it, not just me.
There's a team. It takes a village.
Yeah. There's a big team. led by a fantastic leader, Adam Brown, whose
Absolutely.
vision we try to implement on a daily basis. So
tell everybody, I mean, you and I started talking last year.
Yeah.
There was a germ of this could happen. Where was the inspiration from? What made somebody say, we've got to do this?
Well, two things really. So firstly, when Adam was putting Orlebar Brown together in his mind and trying to formulate it, on his first mood board was an image of Sean Connery wearing a terry toweling onesie, which is just behind me there. So that's kind of been prevalent in the brand from its start 13 years ago, as has toweling, and they're kind of the essence of Bond.
Absolutely.
Then Skyfall came about, and we were lucky enough that the costume designer at the time decided to choose our short for Daniel Craig to wear in the film. And then it was September 2017, Adam and I were sat down planning the next process of Orlebar Brown, and we said, what's the big collaboration we want to go after? And we both said almost in unison, Bond. And we always felt like it was out of reach, but I'm the type of person that never believes anything's out of reach. Through my network of contacts, I managed to get in front of Eon, and that's where the deal was struck, and that's kind of what you see today. So.
Oh my gosh. All right, so everybody knows, realistically, there's obstacles in getting this done, and I'm not going to mar the night by talking about the obstacles to get there. Let's talk about when you got word, when you get that phone call, and they said yes. What went through your mind?
Well, I'd been waiting for a long time for the contract to be signed, but we knew for a long time there's a willingness to make it happen. I think that with anything that we do at Orlebar Brown, we want it to feel genuine.
Right.
Nothing can be contrived. It has to feel natural to us, but also surprise people.
Yes.
So if you look at phase one with the photo prints, I think some people were hoping that we were going to do something more like what you see here tonight.
Yep.
But I don't know, Bond is so implicit in everything we do anyway. So we wanted to feel genuine. We wanted to embrace the Bond community, which is one of the reasons you're here tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And we realise the Bond community and the affinity they have to the character of James Bond, but also Daniel Craig,
right,
and all the historic Bond characters and people that have played Bond over the last 24 Bond films. So we wanted to feel genuine, embrace the Bond community, and also make Bond feel current. So some of the items we chose are from Dr. No, which is from 1962.
Yes, very good. Wow.
Good. Tick.
The man knows his Bond, I'm just saying.
So 1962, and if you look at this item here, for example, it still feels incredibly relevant today as it did back then. And that, I think, is the essence of Orlebar Brown.
Right.
It could have been relevant 10, 20 years ago. It's relevant today, and it should be relevant in 10, 20 years' time.
And what I love about it is Orlebar Brown has a natural connection, always has, in warm weather, tropics, beach, and you didn't step away from that. You didn't go and start doing parkas and things like that. And so it seems very authentic.
We have a brand promise, which is an internal brand promise, which is called, with two words, feel summer.
Oh,
so anything that we do, the stress test is feel summer.
Wait a minute, it's on the inside of your box when you open your boxes,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm paying attention.
You noticed that.
Very good.
So anything that we do, we will always say, does it feel summer? Right. So we can still make a down jacket, but it could have a bright orange lining.
Yes.
So if you think about any collaboration we do, would we work with Montclair? Probably not, because they are entrenched on the mountain in sub-zero temperatures, whereas we are on the beach with the sun shining, having fun.
Right.
So that's always a test. Does it pass the feel summer stress test every time?
Well, we love it. So no matter when you're watching this video, it could be after the line releases, it could be beforehand. There's a kind of a ticking clock when this is going to debut. This is not available yet.
No, so at the moment you can go to www.allthebrown.com/007.
That's right.
The coolest URL we've ever made, by the way.
It is cool.
Yeah. There you can sign up to be the first to know about when this drops, and you'll get early access to shop it.
That's huge.
And then the official launch date is the 15th of May, 2019.
Fantastic. And we'll start seeing them in stores as well then.
Yep, in our 25 stores around the world. We've got selected stockists from the Bon Marché in Paris to Harrods in London, We've got amazing stockists all over the world that are going to be stocking this. Kith, one of the coolest, most trendiest stores in the world right now, are stocking it. And of course through our own website and in our stores in London.
Fantastic. Edward, we're going to let you get back to the party. We're going to get back to the party. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, David. Cheers.
It's been a pleasure. Okay, we just found an outdoor terrace all of a sudden. This place is so wickedly cool.
Remember, get in the tub.
Okay, how cool was that? They were just replicating the actual scene from Daniel Craig. Can we speak to you for a moment? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Ian.
Ian, David Zaretsky from the Bond Experience. How are you?
Pleasure, how are you?
So you were just replicating Daniel Craig's exact pose,
exactly.
right?
Did I do a good job?
So you did a great job. In fact, we came in here, and other than the hair, I was like, did he actually show up?
I know. I got my martini over there, so I'm on point.
You're going to need a couple of those tonight,
Okay,
I'm sure.
I'm working on it.
So you know, those are the most popular shorts that Orlebar Brown wears because Daniel Craig wore them.
Oh, I thought it was because I was wearing them.
Damn it, Ian, you took my line.
Oh, really? Oh, I got it.
Well, listen, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thanks for replicating that. All right, I didn't want to stand next to him any longer because he's making me look really out of shape. Like, I got to go do P90X3 right now. So we're going to leave you. This has been an incredible party. This is David Zaretsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.